Greetings once again and welcome to my modeling bench. Back again with the Westland Sea King from Revell. As you can see, a lot of stuff has happened since the last video. I've been doing this painting mostly when I didn't have a chance to record it, so just decided to go ahead and just finish the entire painting process off camera without a video going, or whatever you want to call it. But I tried though. I tried my GoPro, but I had it angled a bit awkwardly, so that video footage is unusable. But anyways, painting went actually kind of great. No major problems there. The only thing I have to complain about is this splotch right there, the which I didn't have a template for. What do you call it? It was kind of hard to mask it off, and in all honesty, I would have rather have it as a decal than have to paint it on, but I think I managed okay. I made it a little bit bigger than what the instructions suggested. After looking at some reference photos, I saw a few different shapes really used by the RAF, and I didn't quite look at the picture of this exact airframe, I mean. But yeah, I decided to go with a little larger kidney shape there than the yeah. Did I already say that? Anyways, forget that. Forget all that. It's painted. That's the main thing. And I mostly went by pictures of the exact chopper on the interwebs when I was choosing colors. So yeah, that's that. Really, what's really left now is put it into frame maybe, and I'm gonna clear coat it pretty soon. I gotta fix the airbrush first because it kind of clogged up when I did this with Panzer Gray, but it is looking rather dapper, even if I say so myself, and I'm pretty happy with it. My biggest fear now is that the decals, which were too big for the inside and I had to cut them down a bit. Now I'm crossing my fingers hoping that the tiger stripes are not too big for this as well, especially the yellow spots, which I did pretty much according to the instructions in size. But yeah, yum. That's how that goes, I guess. Actually seeing it now, that I should probably have made the yellow go like a few millimeters more back there. Actually, I might even I'm gonna do some measurements, and then if I feel like I have to, I will mask the tail off and redo that before I clear coat it. Working on the decals, and she got stripes now. Hell yeah. Even got some on the other side too, and a face. She focusing on all that. She got a face, she got some stripes, and the first hour of decals went just on the wheel pontoons, or I don't know what the hell to call these. So this one was a 3 decals. No, 4. There are 4 decals on this piece alone, and this one was 3. they're both 4 pieces of decals. I'm talking out of my butthole here, but as you can see on this one, they fit quite alright, I guess. I did have to trim them a little bit, and you can see up on the front here, that weird angle going on right on the toe. But this one, it looks alright on this side, but I had to trim this one down because it went over the floating device. These one stick out quite far behind. This one isn't lined up here to get the claws lined up. And on this side, well, I guess I don't have to explain that, you can just see that for yourself. Also, this guy was not supposed to go under there, and I had to trim quite a lot off the back there. But that doesn't really take from the final effect, I guess. Except for the gray spot on top. But what I did was I just tried to line them up so they end up pretty much the same spot on the back part, but this one is longer anyways, so it sticks out a bit further forward. But you won't really notice that unless you try real hard to look at it. But on the main fuselage, these decals on the sides here, they went on beautifully. They just fit, just perfectly fit. Even the handles goes into the little divot for the handle. The front piece here was a little bit too big, and I didn't even notice. I tried to make it go as straight as possible. I had it on pretty straight, but for some reason, somewhere in the process, I made it a little bit crooked. But again, that's okay. We'll just patch it up with a little black. The mouthpiece, this is actually single piece, and then a single piece going across there. So you have to like jigsaw your puzzle the mouth together. And you can see on the top teeth there, so the mouth itself is pretty much lined up, and the tongue is lined up between the decals, but look at that top teeth there. This one is fine, and you can see on the bottom that it's lined up perfectly, but still it looks like that. But it's so minor that I'm not gonna do anything about it, unless it bugs me so much that I lose sleep over it. Then I can just go in with some white paint and fill in that tooth. Yeah, this decal didn't go on as well as the other side, but we'll let it slide. And then oh yeah, the tail stripes. This one just lined the gray stripe across here on the tail, and it just fell into place. Like it is exactly the where it's supposed to be on the bottom here, and it stopped at this antenna. And then I put on the piece that was supposed to go over the top. That's why we have the white there going, no, the yellow going across there, and I will have to fill this in with a paintbrush. But I decided to cut the decal short right there in order to have an easier application, because you got this big antenna here. And there's one thing that Revell never mentions in their the instructions, which I think they really should do, where like put a little anecdote in there somewhere. Just say, put the decals on before you put any freaking antennas or extras on there, cause you can see this here. This is an extra piece you put on, and this is an extra piece you put on. and it just gets in the way. I mean, sure, with a lot of microsol and microset, I managed to get it like form with it, but I still need to like touch it up a bit with a pencil. But pencil with a pencil is the Icelandic word for paintbrush, pencil. But yeah. And then this side here, I had to kind of like decide whether I would like it to line up on the bottom or on the top. I went somewhere in the middle, so I can just touch it up with a paintbrush. But it went on okay though. There's nothing major issue here, nothing that can't be fixed with a paintbrush. But still, they were kind of out of scale, all the decals, just a little bit. But overall, I think it's quite a nice result. And yeah, what else? I would not have wanted to go any other way with this. I'm pretty satisfied, happy that I went with the tiger meat version in the end. So yeah, I'm gonna throw a few more decals on before I go to bed tonight. I got really carried away, and I've just been working on the chopper. So I don't remember even where I was the last time I turned off the camera. I mean, I could go back and watch where I was, but I got all the decals on, and we got a clear coat over them, and we got the wheelie things stuck in place. And I was pretty amazed that neither one of these antennas broke off during the entire process. The little antlers here broke off though. I got them stored away. Luckily I found both of them. So they're just waiting. I will put them back on after I've unmasked the canopy, after the matte coat. But yeah. Any issues we have? I put the radome on here. According to the instructions, you were supposed to measure in millimeters how far away it was from this antenna or whatever little wing, and I did that, and it was almost perfect. But still, the decals, they were supposed to go all the way to the radome from here, but of course they don't. But at least they're symmetrical, so we'll let that slide, yeah. And what else? Yeah, of course I test fitted the wheel pontoons on before painting it even, and I had those on loosely when I stuck the struts on here. And this one is just fine, although it is a little bit leaning inwards. It's a bit of a positive camber, so to speak, if you're into car lingo. But this one, I never got the strut to fit the pontoon quite nicely. So I'm just gonna go in later and fill this up with some putty, the gap right there. Fill it up with putty and do a little touch-up painting. So that'll be all nice and clever. Yeah, even these two antennas under here have remained intact through the entire process. And there's some detail painting left to do, like this here is supposed to be another color, and here's a light that I need to in fact I need to paint in all the lights. And then we got the rear rotor assembly going on. I just painted the black like half an hour ago, so it's kind of dry. The ends here are supposed to have decals on them, white and red, but they actually have small panel lines, or lines to separate where the white and the red is supposed to go. So I think I'm just gonna paint that in. And also the instructions are wrong about the color of the rotor hubs and the landing strut, the gear struts and stuff. They say it's supposed to be silver, but it's actually the same color as the aircraft. And the rotor assemblies or rotor hubs, whatever it is in English, are actually dark bluish gray in color. So I gotta mix up something for that. But yeah, we're on the home stretch now. I'm hoping to get this finished before the weekend. I even got the main rotor assembly going here. And looking at some pictures of it, the main rotor blades are supposed to be painted the same color as the airframe, the fuselage. And if you can see the difference in color here, I actually painted it the same color, according to Vallejo at least. So yeah, this is what you can get with like differences between paint batches. But these are both 7150. You can even see the difference in color on the outside of the bottle. But I took advantage of these two being different batches of paint, just to get a little darker effect on this. And it's actually closer to what I saw in the picture of the actual chopper. So that's that. Probably should just end this video right now or something. I've been going on a long time, I think. So yeah, let's cut it here. And next up is gonna be the final episode of the entire build. Still gonna be a long one though, I guess. Anyways, thanks for watching. Keep modeling. Have fun. Bye.